I often get asked the question, do we fix interest rates or should we let interest rates float? It becomes more frequently asked now that interest rates have started to rise. People start to get a bit nervous. And the truth is, like most things, there's again no definite answer. A lot depends on your appetite for risk. I personally have never fixed interest rates. I've gone for a floating interest rate. But I have never been near to the financial edge. My bond repayments and my debt repayments have always been well within my financial means. And so I've never had to concern myself too much with a couple of percentage points interest rate hikes. I would suggest that people who are really pressured to make that monthly payment on their home loan strongly consider the option of fixed interest rates. And for those risk-averse people too who want to sleep easily at night, it can also be a good option. But two tips or two bits of advice or suggestions. Firstly, do not try to beat the market with fixed interest rates. Fixed interest rates, and this is something people also ask me, what do you expect interest rates to do? You're an economist. They want to base their fixed interest rate decision on that, on my expectation. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the future is an uncertain place, and that is precisely why fixed interest rates exist, is because economists' forecasts and other people's forecasts are often wrong. We don't get future expectations right. Nobody always does. So fixed interest rates are there to take the risk away from the client. But when the bank takes the risk away from the client, what its treasury does is goes to the interest rate swap market, and to cut a long story short, it does an interest rate swap to get rid of its exposure to that floating interest rate, offloads it onto the market, onto someone else outside the bank, and they take the risk. And what it means is that the fixed interest rate that the bank can obtain to give to you is based on market expectations. So if you like the option of fixed interest rates, it's probably best not to wait until actual rates start to rise because of the Reserve Bank deciding to hike them. By that time, market expectations are in the forward interest rate markets are starting to price in a series of interest rate hikes normally, and that means that the fixed interest rate on offer is less attractive generally than when interest rates are near the bottom of their cycle but perhaps still going down, and there's more expectation of rate cuts. Then the market is pricing in further rate cuts and offers you a better fixed interest rate. So the point is, most people seem to wait until rates actually start to rise, then they come calling the bank to get a fixed interest rate. At that stage, they probably past their most attractive. Keep looking for fixed interest rates. Even when rates are on their downward cycle, you may get the more attractive rates at that point. Don't speculate. Use this instrument as a means to achieve certainty over a certain portion of your cash flows. Don't try to speculate and beat the market. I think that's not what fixed interest rates are for.